A husband ties his wife up with vines, leaving her stranded on a deserted island. As she untangles herself, he's already jumped onto a boat, ready to escape alone. But instead of chasing him, the wife calmly walks back and takes all the useful tools, unbeknownst to him. She had tampered with the speedboat. The further it goes, the tighter the rope tied to the rock becomes until bang, the boat shatters into pieces. Miraculously, the man survives. On the other side, his wife, once an archery athlete, crafts a makeshift bow and arrow from branches and vines. Planning a little surprise for her husband, oblivious, the man wanders around looking for her but stumbles upon an ancient cave filled with mysterious artifacts. Just as curiosity strikes, he hears chanting in the distance. Following the sound, he discovers a group of indigenous people. At first glance, they seem harmless, but then he spots a skull hanging nearby, wearing a headband eerily similar to his bracelet. Panic sets in when he realizes these are cannibals. Terrified, he sprints back into the jungle to warn his wife, but before he can say a word, she fires an arrow that lands inches from him. Shocked, he freezes as another arrow whizzes past. Dodging just in time, he ducks behind a tree while she relentlessly pursues him. In a desperate move, he grabs a coconut and throws it at her, using the distraction to flee. Despite his efforts, her arrows fly faster than his feet. Just as one is about to strike, survival instincts kick in. He grabs a stick and deflects the deadly shot. By the time she reaches him, he's vanished deep into the forest. The next day, armed with a wooden stick, he sneaks up behind her, ready to strike. A sudden bird call startles her, causing her to turn sharply. He freezes mid-swing, heart racing. When she doesn't notice, he exhales deeply and swings down hard but immediately regrets it. Dropping the stick, he watches in horror as she collapses unconscious, rushing over to check on her. He accidentally triggers a trap she'd set earlier. Suddenly, he's yanked upside down by a rope dangling in the air. His screams wake her up. Seeing him hanging there, realization dawns on her face. Without giving him a chance to explain, she picks up the fallen stick, ready to teach him a lesson. Before she can act though, distant footsteps echo through the trees. Smirking devilishly, she tosses the stick aside and sprints away, leaving him utterly confused. The confusion turns to terror when he sees a horde of cannibals charging toward him, frantically struggling against the rope. He manages to cut himself free just seconds before they arrive. Meanwhile, his wife isn't so lucky. Pursued relentlessly, she runs straight into their territory near the tribe's cave. Surrounded, she braces for the worst, but a large hand suddenly pulls her into the shadows. It's her husband, Desper. He pleads with her to work together to escape this nightmare, but vengeance burns in her eyes. Grabbing an axe, she hurls it at him. He narrowly dodges, realizing she means business. He bolts, only to be chased down and beaten senseless, still unsatisfied. She lifts a massive jar and smashes it over his head. He crumples to the ground, unmoving. Thinking he's faking, she kicks him repeatedly, yelling insults. But when she checks his pulse and finds none, fear grips her heart, though moments ago she wanted him dead. Now she feels a pang of regret. Deep down, she still loves him. Kneeling beside him, she begins spar, but frustration boils over. Furious, she pounds his chest with all her might. Ironically, this desperate action revives him. Gasping for air, he comes to, and both regain some semblance of sanity. They agree to put aside their differences for now and focus on escaping this treacherous place, but fate has other plans. Ambushed again by the cannibals, they're hit with poisoned arrows and collapse unconscious.